At Bin Group here at Bin Eco Park, we have a 62-acre site here, geared primarily to feed and help the circular economy. We are continually sorting, separating and recycling waste. Depending on what that material is will depend where it ultimately goes, but what we're actually doing here is ensuring that that material can go back to remanufacturing and reuse. Project Beacon is a fine example of what we're trying to do to advance things even further in the circular economy. Plastic is a big issue, as we all know. We're building a plant next year, collaboration between ourselves, Recycling Technologies and Pi Polymer Recycling, and at Bin Group we're really proud of this. What we're going to be able to do is put plastics, solid rigid plastics and contaminated plastics back into manufacturing, and we're delighted to be associated with the Circular Tayside project.
Welcome to Arbiki Farm. We're a 2,000-acre farm based on the east coast of Scotland in between Arbroath and Montrose at Lunan Bay. We're one of the UK's largest potato growers, and back in 2014 we launched Scotland's first potato vodka called Tatty Bogle. Now, the real genesis for that business came from this concept called wonky veg. And wonky veg in its basic form is very simple. It is potatoes that are either too big, too small, or not aesthetically pleasing for the supermarkets. They're then rejected, and ultimately most farmers would have to then pay to get rid of that in an environmentally friendly way. However, at Arbiki we decided to take those potatoes and make a world-class potato vodka, and actually it was Scotland's first potato vodka. We then used that as the base spirit for our Kirsty's gin, creating this circular economy where once we were chucking away perfectly good raw materials and turning it into a world-class spirit. Ultimately, our aim is to become the world's most progressive distillery. So what does that mean? It means we grow, we harvest, we distill from scratch, mature, bottle, distribute, all from the one location. And even when it comes to our wastage, so with the potato vodka there is a lot of waste, but we put that waste back into the fields to continue that process. It then carries on even with our whisky, which is a more longer term project, but carries on with the same ethos. We use the whisky draft that is the reject waste product from whisky production, and we feed that to the cattle based behind the distillery. Ultimately, our aim is to trace every single ingredient back to the very field that it came from, used in both our gin, vodka and our whisky. We at Arbiki Distillery are delighted to support the Circular Tayside project.